Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So we're finally here with the fragrance video that you guys have been asking for, the La Vie Est Belle lineup. I have 4 different fragrances to share with you guys, the original La Vie Est Belle as well as 3 flankers that I have within my collection. So I'm super excited to talk more about them, when they were released, what they smell like, their notes, all of that good stuff. I will give it to you, and then you guys let me know down in the comment section which one is your favorite. Or do you even own La Vie Est Belle? Because I'm pretty sure it's like almost every woman owns La Vie Est Belle or has owned La Vie Est Belle because it's such a popular scent. It's really beautiful, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna say it right off the bat. I enjoy La Vie Est Belle, even though it is one that so many people already own. It's still gorgeous. As always, thank you so much for joining me on another video. If you're new, my name is Karina, and I would love it if you joined our family by subscribing to the channel. Also, leave your comment down below so I know that you have joined us, and let's go ahead and start talking about fragrances. So I did switch up my lighting a little bit. I hope you guys can notice, and let me know, what do you think of it? I toned down so much of like the warmth, and I also turned down my soft boxes so they're not super bright and in like my face. Like you can actually see, I think, the natural color of my skin tone, and I don't know, let me know. I wanted something a little bit more soft focused, so comment down below and let me know what you guys think of the quality. I'm always trying to perfect these videos, honey. It is hard. Is the original La Vie Est Belle from Lancome. The packaging, I adore. I think they do a fantastic job with the packaging. I really like the shape of the bottle, and I love this touch of femininity with this beautiful bow that they always have on their bottles, sometimes different from one another, but this is the original La Vie Est Belle, and I really like the packaging. Like, it's so pretty. So I am using the Fragrantica website to get some of this information. La Vie Est Belle launched in 2012. That's a really long time that this has been released, and to think that so many still absolutely love it, still repurchase it, and there are newer fans growing every day, really tells you how popular a fragrance is. This is probably a top seller in the fragrance world when it comes to designer fragrances, and yeah, they did a really incredible job. So the perfumer for this scent, there are 3 different perfumers: Dominique Robian, and Filippo and Olivera Bolge. I might be butchering their names, I apologize, but I will put it on the screen for you guys to check out. So this is really cool that there were 3 different people to create this scent. Now let's talk about the notes. Top notes, we have blackcurrant and pear. Middle notes, we have iris, jasmine, orange blossom, and then the base notes, we have some praline, we have some vanilla, patchouli, and tonka bean. So this is a really like common type of note combination when it comes to a lot of the designer fragrances. I'm not gonna lie, especially in the base. Like there's always that vanilla, that patchouli, that tonka bean, and I think that it's just one of those like combinations that is very crowd pleasing. A lot of people are going to enjoy it. It's beautiful. To me, I pick up more of the floral notes, not so much the fruity notes in the opening whatsoever. I don't get too much of that blackcurrant. I get a little bit of the pear, but it instantly goes towards the floral notes. Specifically, the orange blossom is what I pick up the most, and then it just gets sweeter and smoother. It does have this creamy nature to her where it's not watered down. I find this fragrance quite, it's not deep, but it has a lot of depth to her, and the praline is really nice in here. That's what brings that beautiful sweetness to this fragrance, and it's quite warm. Okay, this scent to me is gorgeous. I think that it is definitely on the sweet side. I can't put this in an age group. I really do think that so many different age groups would enjoy this scent. It's quite diverse in that way. You just have to like more sweet feminine scents to enjoy this one. But I can see an older lady wearing this in the 50s, 60s, but I can also see someone in their 20s, 22, 23, 24, 25 enjoying this scent, honestly. And It's beautiful. The patchouli in here is not dirty. It is not heavy for those of you who don't like patchouli, because I know some of y'all are really finicky about that. But to me, it's not a heavy patchouli fragrance. To me, I'm getting more of that praline, that vanilla. The tonka bean warms it up a little bit, but it's not super heavy in this fragrance. And the orange blossom is really beautiful in here. Overall, to me, this is more of a floral, warm floral fragrance that is sweet, and it's very beautiful, and I know that men absolutely love it. My husband loves this one on me. I recently got the original La Vie Est Belle, and when I wore it, he was like, ugh, I like it. But then again, he absolutely loves sweet scents on me, so I really, really enjoy this one. Again, if you love sweetness in your fragrances, this is one to definitely play around. One of my personal favorites, and the one that I've had in my collection for a really long time. This is La Vie Est Belle L'Éclat. Now, the packaging, as you guys can see, is very similar in terms of like the shape, but it does have some texture to it, and they did switch up the bow over here with a different material. But I really do like the packaging a lot. This one is my personal favorite because the sweetness in this one is definitely more toned down than the original La Vie Est Belle. And so this one is a 2017 flanker. And who created this? Only two people. This is Anne Filippo and Dominique Robion that went ahead and created this one. So the top notes, we have bergamot, mandarin orange, and freesia. Right there, totally different from the original one. It's definitely a lot more fresh and bright in the opening. So it kind of reminds me more of that springtime vibe. And then in the middle notes, we have orange blossom, white flower, and iris. So the orange blossom to me still shines really well in this fragrance, but in the La Vie Est Belle, it's a little bit more in the forefront, but mixed in with those kind of gourmandish notes and with the praline and vanilla. And then we also have jasmine sambac in the base notes also. So lots of floral notes, not so much super fruity, if you will. And then in the base notes, we have vanilla, sandalwood, and patchouli. So they've completely taken out that praline. That's why I say that this one is not as sweet as the original La Vie Est Belle. It has more of this like fresh, airy quality to her. Let me spray it. Turn that around. Oh, they both have really beautiful atomizers. You get a really nice mist. Oh yeah, totally different. Yeah, this one, the opening is just really bright and refreshing. It's springtime. It's kind of warm outside, but there's a little kind of cool breeze, okay? And oh yeah. Oh, I really love this one. This is definitely my favorite. It's so beautiful. It's just a little more casual. It's a little bit more sophisticated than the original one. I find the original one because of that sweetness, okay? The sweetness can really kind of, it's either you're going to love it or you're going to hate it. But with this one, I feel like so many will love this one. Again, I wouldn't categorize this into a different age group whatsoever. If you are older, if you are younger, I feel like you can definitely enjoy this one. And it's just beautiful. Like, this is definitely one of my favorites. It's still sweet, but that sweetness is very suave. It's very light. Oh, you get that jasmine in there. You get the orange blossom. Definitely white floral vibes in this fragrance here. It has a little slight powderiness when it's going to dry down because of that iris, but it doesn't stay like that the entire time. Oh yeah, the vanilla is very beautiful. It's very light and airy. It's not dark, heavy whatsoever. And all in all, this fragrance it's very casual, but at the same time, I feel like you can dress it up very well. It's a beautiful signature scent, and it's beautiful. It smells like a lady. Next up, we have La Vie Est Belle Flowers of Happiness. And this one, again, that bottle is very, very similar to the rest of them, but very similar to this one over here, which is the La Vie Est Belle Éclat, but it has a different color in terms of the ribbon and also the juice. As you guys can see, it's a more lightweight, slight pink tone in there, just a little blush of pink, but the bottle is beautiful. This one is definitely bigger because it's the 100 ml, and this one over here is the 50 ml, so you guys can see the difference there in the size. But this over here is for those of you who love floral scents, okay? You love your floral scents. They really shine through. You like a little bit of this fresh, slight aquatic vibe in your fragrances. Definitely more casual, not super sweet, and kind of going towards the minimal type of vibe when it comes to fragrances. This is definitely a spring and summertime scent. This is a 2018 launch, and this one was actually a collaboration between 4 different perfumers. Again, we have Anne Filippo, Dominique Robion, Dimitri Michelon, and Fanny Bal. Again, I will put the names on the screen in case I am saying them completely off. And this fragrance here definitely has very, very different notes from the original and La Vie Est Belle L'Éclat. This is quite different, honestly. The top notes, we have pears, citruses, and bergamot. So right there, it's very fresh, it's very bright, a little sparkly, and has that citrusy tone. And then in the middle notes, we have your florals. Totally different again from the other fragrances in terms of the florals. Also, we have peony, rose, jasmine, and lily of the valley. So they do share that jasmine throughout all 3 of them. And then in the base, different also. We have musk and sandalwood. The other ones do have sandalwood, but this one, you are not going to get the DNA of the original or the L'Éclat in here. I feel like this is a whole separate fragrance, like on its own. They could have launched this as a new fragrance and not so much as a flanker, because it's very, very different from the other ones. Yeah, very different. It's that like casual, ladylike scent. It's very fresh, it's very airy, almost gives me that Chanel Chance Entendre vibe. Like it really does take me to that place. So if you love the Chanel Chance fragrances, specifically Entendre, I think that's how you say it, you are really going to enjoy this one because it does have that casual, fresh, citrusy, floral vibe. You could definitely pick up on the rose in this scent. It's not a vintagey rose. It's not going to smell super, old, if you will, for lack of better words, I should say. But it does have this very modern vibe to it. Even though it is just a straight floral fragrance, to me it does have this like modern aspect to it. So you in your 23, 24, 25, I can still see someone pulling this off. Again, you have to love floral scents because you are going to pick up on that peony, you're going to pick up on that rose, a little bit of that lily of the valley. The jasmine, to me, it's not there so much, maybe a little bit in the opening, but I don't feel that it stays throughout the entire day. It does get a little musky, and the sandalwood is really nice to balance everything off with the floral notes. And the citrusy tone definitely kind of subsides in the dry down. You are getting more of a true floral fragrance with a little bit of that musk down there. But all in all, it's a very casual, safe kind of scent. Definitely something that you can wear as a signature scent. It's everyday appropriate, but it does feel like more of that spring, summertime vibe because it's very fresh, it's very lightweight. In the winter time, I don't know how long this will last, to be quite honest with you guys. And again, you can wear it all year round, honestly. It is very, very casual, and it just smells very floral and fresh. Out of all of them, this is probably my least favorite just because I personally like fragrances that have a little bit more depth and more, just more oomph. Like, I'm not really into the super floral fragrances. I need it to have some patchouli in there to give it a little bit of this earthiness, or this like something, like a little bit more character. On our very last La Vie Est Belle fragrance, and this is the latest launch. It was a 2020 launch, and this is La Vie Est Belle Intensement. I think that's how you say it. And here is that packaging. It definitely resonates with the original La Vie Est Belle. You guys can see the difference right over here. These are both 50 ml for reference. And then the bow obviously is a different color. It does have this beautiful red tone as well as the juice. So really beautiful. Again, this one is a 2020 creation. Let's quickly look at the perfumers right over here. So who created this? Is Fragrantica going to give me that information? I don't see it. So Fragrantica actually doesn't have the information of who the perfumer is, but I will put it up on the screen for you guys. Again, this is a 2020 creation. In terms of the notes, again, very, very different from the other ones. Oh yeah, very different when I look at it. Does it remind me of the original or the L'Eclat? Totally different from the Flowers of Happiness. Slightly, I can kind of get slightly the DNA of the original La Vie Est Belle, but again, I still feel like this is pretty different. So if you love collecting your flankers for La Vie Est Belle, it's not going to be exactly the same. Honestly, they are all very different from one another. I would say La Vie Est Belle and La Vie Est Belle Eclat are the most similar, while these two could be separate fragrances because I don't find them too close to each other at all. Now the notes, the top notes here, we have raspberry, pink pepper, and bergamot. So definitely on the fruity side, a little bit of spice in there. And then the middle notes, we have heliotrope, jasmine, sambac, and orange blossom. So we do have that orange blossom and the jasmine. So it definitely shares a little bit of similarities when it comes to the notes. And then the base, we have vanilla, iris, benzoin, sandalwood, and patchouli in here. Now, let me quickly smell this again. I find they have really fantastic atomizers. Just to give you guys a quick look at that. See how it sprays very nicely. So this one, I'll be completely honest, when I first got it, I wasn't too impressed with this scent. I felt like it was kind of unnecessary for the La Vie Est Belle lineup. But the more I played around with it, the more I'm starting to enjoy this fragrance. And I really think it's that benzoin in there. There's something about the benzoin in there mixed in with all the other notes that give it this more of a different touch. Now this is definitely more of I pick up a lot more fruity vibes in this scent. It's like a fresh, juicy fragrance with this one here. But the dry down definitely is a lot more on the sweetest side as opposed to like L'Eclat. I get very much like watery, juicy kind of cocktail vibes in this scent, but I still am picking up slightly those floral notes in there, a little bit of that orange blossom, but it's not a heavy dose of orange blossom, if you guys know what I mean. But when you compare it to the original La Vie Est Belle, I find it's not as dense in the sweetness, but the sweetness is there. And the patchouli isn't super heavy, but it's a little heavier than the original La Vie Est Belle because I'm picking up patchouli in this one a lot more. It does have a little bit of this like earthiness to it. Like in the dry down, I pick it up slightly, but it's not super dirty to me, but then again, I do like patchouli in my fragrances. So it really depends on how much of that patchouli you enjoy. I do enjoy the original and the L'Eclat a lot more. So I almost wish that they went in a different direction where they made the La Vie Est Belle a little bit more deeper in terms of the actual scent. Maybe, you know, going the direction of something a little bit more smoky or going the direction of something a little bit more woody, just to kind of break away from the sweetness that we already get in the original La Vie Est Belle. So guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and saw something new and cool today and kind of understood where I was going with all of these fragrances. So comment down below and let me know what is your favorite La Vie Est Belle fragrances, or if you even own one just yet. Leave your comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow. Ciao!